Right, so video one on the Mercedes. Basically, I'm just going to start giving it a vac out, get it wiped down a little bit, just make it so it's a little bit nicer to work near, because it's absolutely hanging at the moment. So I'm not going to get it perfect, I'm just going to get it all right. Right, so you saw then, I've just managed to vac it all out, just done a quick once over. Managed to find the tornado cover, I think that's what they're called there. That obviously needs a good clean. I've kept all the carpets. What I'm going to do with them, take them outside and jet wash them when it's not snowy outside. I'm going to get some all-purpose cleaner now, dilute it probably maybe 20 to 1, and just blast over all the seats, all the interior, and just make it so it's a little bit nicer to work in. As I say, all them, I'm going to have to just jet wash, I think. I need them for templates, so definitely need to keep them. It's all solid, it's just filthy. So get that clean next. That's the state of my first cloth. I've just done the front of the first two seats and door cards, as you saw. Come out okay for a first wipe over. Obviously we've got rip to take care of there. I have got something to attempt to make a repair on that for now, but I'm just trying to get it clean so that when I sit down to do anything in it, I've not got absolute filth all over me. And I'll give the floors a wipe down once I've done the seats. I'm now going to move on to the back. Obviously this is just the first pass. I'll be using another cloth on the back, and then obviously it's going to take another couple of wipes down, and then I need to order some conditioner just to firm it up, and I'll do the same on the cover as well for the roof. I'll get on with the back now anyway. Right, so I've just blasted the inside of the cover, jet washed all of the mats I've got. I'm missing, I think it's either the driver's or the passenger mat, but hopefully I can reverse it and have one made, because obviously these are just templates. I'm hoping, it looks like that's the piece that goes under the back seats. That's obviously the bit from around the gear stick. That's the prop shaft cover, and then they're looking like side pieces. So I'll get them all dry, but obviously I've got them in the other garage drying off overnight, or probably over the next few days, looking at the weather, and basically get them back in the car, try them out where they're going to sit, so I know where I stand. Alright, so I've made a little bit of a start on where I'm looking at. So the pipe that came off, I've undone from here. I just need to convert this to a barb. I'll just find something that'll fit over the outside of that, and then potentially just put it on the lathe for now, and I can use a flexible hose to connect it to the fuel pipe there. I'm not sure whether that's the flow or the return to the tank. If anybody has got an idea. I've then followed back this other pipe here, the braided one that goes onto a fixed line, which is the one that goes over there. This was connected loosely, I should add, to this here, which has been taped on obviously, to this pipe here, which then goes in, and it went to the cold start valve, which I have removed, and I'm going to take that into my other workshop. I'm just going to do a test on the solenoid on this. This wasn't connected, it was on some like speaker wire. I'm assuming this is the connection that should go to it, but I will need to have a look through the manual and see if I can track that down. But for now, my thought is I can bypass or add my own live to the cold start valve to see if we could get fuel priming through there once we've got the fuel pumps working. I'll come back to when we're testing that the solenoid's working. Right, so I've got the earth hooked up. I've got the bench power supply at 11 volts and I've got it at around about 2 amps because I don't want to put too much into it. So I've got the negative on there, live into the centre, and we've got a working solenoid. So what we'll do, get all this cleaned up, find a fuel safe O-ring to go around there and clean up all the inlet manifold face as well. Get that reinstalled. Right, so the fuel pipe that went in there, I've just chopped the braided crimped part off, but unfortunately I've just gone through the side with the hacksaw. So what I'm going to do, this is soldered on, as you can see it's brazed on and it's made out of brass, so I'm going to fill that with leaded solder, run a drill through to open it back up, and then smooth it all. That's completely blocked, as you would expect. So I'll drill that out now. Right, so 3.5mm drill bit seems to fit quite nicely. In the end, I'll go from the top. Well, I'll class this as the top. Now clear. Get it to focus, that's nice and clear now, but obviously we've not got a nice finish. So what we'll do, I've not used the lathe in absolutely ages. Right, so I'll just show you what I've done. Right, I'll show you what I've done. I took the nut, I've used like a banjo fitting to tighten it up so that I've got a decent mating face, and then from where I can now get it on. So I'll just take off that little section. Do a tiny little skim at a time. It's only solder. Just need to be careful not to hit the chuck. basically now. What I'll do as well, I'll clean it up on the back pass. I think because it's leaded solder, it's not wanting to clean like the main metal would do. We're definitely moving material though. We're not down to the brass yet either. Possibly the last pass this one. Yeah. Need to grease up the lathe. Doing all that, still spinning. Let's have a look at how we've done. That was the connection, so you can see there where we filled in. And we've got a nice barb now that we can push a fuel line over. Nice and clean through there. I'll clean it out with some brake cleaner as well. I'll take this, well, I'll leave that on now because it's holding it together. Getting there. Right, so here's where we're up to. I've got, if I can find it, I've got the barb there ready, and we basically need to connect onto this pipe here. That'll just go straight on. Does look like it's been cut at some point, but what I might do is straighten it out a little bit, maybe send it that way, straighten it out, see if I can solder an olive around it to give the fuel pipe something to grip onto. And then on the other one, again, I've stripped the braiding off it and I've left the barbed section out, and all that needs to do is connect up to that pipe there, and then we're ready to send fuel around the system. I imagine this other braided pipe here is possibly going to be damaged, but it looks solid at the moment, so I'll leave that for now.